All right, and I'm joined today by Freeport boys varsity head basketball coach Wayne Greiser here on High Top Sports Network. Coach Greiser, great to talk to you. Haven't seen you forever, it feels like. And even though we're doing this via Skype, it's still nice to see your face.
Yeah, definitely. Missed you being around last year, and then got to do one of the High Top Sports games this year. But unfortunately, you were covering the Armstrong game, so good to see you too.
Yeah, definitely. And thanks for doing that, Coach. We really appreciated adding your expert color commentary on that broadcast of Freeport football. That was great. And, hope as the year progresses, I hope as the new year progresses, after basketball season, maybe you'll do a little baseball with us too.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I enjoyed it. I love the avenue you guys provide for the student athletes in our district and other districts as well. It's something that they'll not forget, being able to be on a broadcast and hear commentators and things like that. It's pretty neat to be a part of.
Yeah, I was talking to another coach a couple days ago, and he said, boy, I'm so jealous of the kids nowadays that they get something like this to be able to go back and watch a broadcast of their game with color commentary and stats and all that stuff. We didn't have that when we played.
Exactly. It's crazy to think about it. I can find a couple VHS tapes of my games. I'm lucky.
Well, I played for Katanning, so hopefully those VHS tapes are lost. Well, let's get into it, Coach, here. Rough season last year. There's no two ways around it. Rough season last year, a young team. I know you've lost some components from last year's team coming into this year. Just to kind of give me a sense on where you are with the team, especially during this crazy time of COVID and being paused.
Yeah, it's been a unusual time, like you said, coming off a rough year. First thing you want to do is get back in the gym and kind of start working towards goals for this year. And unfortunately, with everything going on in the world, we weren't able to officially get in until July 6th. And we were only able to go for a few weeks time, and then we got shut down again so they could concentrate on the fall sports at Freeport. And even while we were doing that, we had to be like pods of 11. So, and the same 11 had to be together just in case there was any issues that they could easily contact, trace, and do all that stuff. So I think maybe towards the end, we got like 3 times where we got majority of the guys there. And then we got shut down, and then we have a ton of guys playing fall sports. So when we were finally given the okay to go ahead, we went up to the park to be outdoors. We only had like 3 guys who weren't playing a fall sport. So we got in, some workouts with those guys, and we were just starting to pick things up, getting ready for the official start. And then we got the news that we were going to be paused until at least December 7th. So obviously it's not what you want. We've been having some virtual practices, as I call them, with some Zoom meetings. We try to keep them about a half hour because it's hard to keep the guys' attention. They don't want to be there. Yeah, and honestly, I tell them, the coaches would prefer to be on the court. It's hard to do things, find different technology to show some plays and guys understand it and stuff. So it's definitely been difficult. But the big thing is just keeping in contact with the guys, just to keep their morale up, spirits up, and keep them positive. And hopefully we get an opportunity to participate this season and, get the guys back in the gym and look forward to that. That's why we coach. It's not, big paychecks or anything like that. It's to see the kids and have them experience things, and that's what we're looking forward to is trying to get those guys some experiences and bounce back from last year. Like you said, it was a rough year. No two ways around it. It wasn't what we expected when we started the season. Unfortunately, that's just the way it falls sometimes, and we're looking forward to bouncing back this year and providing a entertaining brand of basketball again this year.
Yeah, and I've spoken with several other coaches this week doing these, Skype preseason interviews here for High Top Sports Network. And, they've all kind of echoed the same thing that you just said, so challenging to keep the guys not only motivated, but interested, in this time. And I mean, how do you feel your team is in terms of self-motivation, trying to get driveway work in or trying to find their way into a gym, trying to work on their own while they can't be around the coaching staff?
I think we have a lot of guys who are interested and motivated. And I told everybody, when we finally do get the okay to be back in the gym, we'll tell who wanted to be prepared for the season and who just thought they were going to be Joe Cool and walk in, because, with this layoff, only the guys that are in the gym or getting work in their driveway or wherever they can find a place to work out are getting better. And you'll be able to tell as soon as we get in the gym who those guys are that put the time in and the effort in to get better. We created a Google Classroom, and we've created some assignments, some ball handling assignments and shooting assignments for when it gets nice out. A lot of core workouts and body weight workouts so that they can do some stuff, and I mean, you can't really tell if they do it or not. They mark that they completed it, but like I told them, we'll be able to tell when we get in the gym who was telling the truth and on those assignments and who wasn't.
Yeah, that's another thing. I mean, you kind of led me into it that I was going to ask you. You said about trying to get some driveway work, ball handling drills, basketball related stuff. But I was going to ask you, the conditioning aspect of it, especially from these guys, like you said, the majority of your team played fall sports, and to get into basketball shape is not an easy thing when you've been playing football, or any other fall sport, even running cross country or something like that. To get into basketball shape is difficult. And I was going to ask you, what you and your staff have done to keep these guys, conditioning up.
Right. Like you said, the few open gyms we did have between basketball or football season ending and us being shut down, we did a little bit of running, and the football guys are like, "Oh, coach, it's different." And that's what I mean. I played 3 sports, and guys who played multiple sports, they know like every sport's different. The conditioning for each sport is different. Soccer is different than cross country. It's different than basketball. It's different than baseball, lacrosse. So it like you said, it's very difficult and challenging. Luckily, we have Coach Gage Clark. He's done a lot of our strength and conditioning and things like that. So he's created some assignments, and I'm a cyber school teacher, so I have a little background in the Google Classroom type stuff. So I jumped on it kind of early, just in anticipation that you never know, when there'll be like a 2-week shutdown. Our football team unfortunately experienced a 2-week shutdown during the season. So I thought there may be, with, COVID being pretty similar to the flu and, flu season happening during basketball season. Yeah. I thought there could be a potential for it. So I kind of jumped on a little bit early and trying to use the technology just to keep guys focused and give them some, resources out there. And like I said, Coach Clark's done a great job of creating some of those things, and we find some things on Twitter and YouTube with videos that they can kind of follow along. So they have, just some things to look at. We do a 10-minute jump rope workout. And like I told, even if you don't have a jump rope, you don't need it. Like, just pretend you're jumping and do what they do.
Yeah.
Just to get moving for 10 minutes. That's what I told them. I said, listen, right now we'd be practicing for 2.5 hours. You can take a half hour of the day and do 15 minutes of skill work and 15 minutes of conditioning and still be up 2 hours on your normal day. But if you don't, do it, when we come back, those 2 hours are going to feel like 2.5 days probably for some of these guys.
Yeah, and another thing I wanted to ask you, you mentioned the morale earlier, trying to keep the team's morale up. How hard is it for you coming off, a 3-18 season? How hard is it for you and your staff to keep these guys' morale up right now, especially whenever they can't be in the gym and around you?
It's tough. They're kids.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk about as a coaching staff, it's hard for us to get motivated to sometimes do the things that we're trying to do, because just the uncertainty of it. Like, we put in all this time. Like you said, our season ended mid-February. We were a banquet right before everything kind of went down. Mm-hmm. And then, you're like, okay, it's starting in March. How long is this going to last? And then it's like, okay, now we're to May 1st and summer leagues are supposed to be starting. We're going to have to cancel those. And then it's like, well, maybe July 6th, and then we finally got something that was July 6th that we could finally start working out. And then you get into the season. Now we're here and it's like, okay, we're doing these Zoom meetings, but I mean, as we talked off the air before this, there's a school board meeting right now going on in Freeport that they could come out and say, hey, listen, we're shut down until January 15th, 18th, 21st. So I'm sure, like, it's hard on the coaches because you're putting in so much time and effort. You're taking away things. We all work 8-hour jobs doing other things, and then you try to put in the time to prepare for basketball, because you want to do everything right for the kids. It's for the kids. We want to be ready, things ready to go. So when we are able to go, they've got an idea on some things, but it makes it hard sometimes because, like I said, very easily, it could be taken away. So, the coaches or the players are the same way. It's like, oh, got a Zoom meeting today. Like, and it's hard. Like, I think it would have been so much easier if they said, listen, we're paused till December 7th, but we're definitely going then. Like, but that whole uncertainty of like, oh, we may not go. And then it may be January, Highlands announced January 15th or 16th. Now I've heard they're having a school board meeting on Monday, and they may add, bring athletics back then, which hopefully for those kids and the staff that they do, it's hard. Like, it's just, I've told our kids several times and remind messages from us, it's going to be a season unlike any other. Like, you're never going to have this season, like anything happen like is going on right now in this season, and hopefully it'll bring us closer together, and that's what I've told them. When we get into the gym and we are able to do things, absorb it all, guys, because who knows when or what is going to happen. And, we may go the whole way till the end of the season. We may go 2 weeks and they may shut everything down like that, and that's not just Freeport. That's everywhere. I mean, it's the crazy times that we're in right now.
Yeah. Embrace every minute that you're on the court. Like it might be your last, because really there's an honest to goodness chance that it might be. And I really hope that when you guys do get back into the gym, and, of course, I'm hoping that it is on Monday, that you guys will get to start, because as we said, Armstrong's going to start on Monday. West Shamokin's going to start on Monday. Like we were talking about, some border districts are going to start on Monday. Then you got some teams like Penn's Manor's been practicing the whole time. It's so difficult to gauge where you are as a team, like you said, with the uncertainty. I really feel for you guys, honestly.
Yeah. That's what we talked about. Another reporter called one time or already for a preseason thing too. He's like, "Oh, you got a couple starters back," and I said, "That's the thing. Like, our starters are coming back. We're even moving them to different positions. So it's like completely like different, and nobody's really got to do anything. Like, we haven't done any 5-on-5 game action since the last game of the year last year, when we lost to Deer Lakes the last Monday of the regular season. Is the last time we have done a 5-on-5 game to like activity. And normally you get between spring leagues and summer leagues and fall leagues. We host a fall league, we get 8 games in. We couldn't do that. Summer league, you get 10 to 15 games. You get a team camp, shootouts thing. Like, we're looking at normally anywhere between 25 and 40 games that we didn't even, and that doesn't even count the pickup games that we just get to play at open gym workouts in the summer and even the fall, because that we still were trying to social distance and just work on skills and stuff like that when we got back into the gym in the fall. It's and like you said, look at our section. Knox started Friday, November 20th, when everybody's supposed to start. Keystone Oaks started Friday, November 20th. North Catholic started that Friday. Burrell and Derry started on Monday. They took the weekend off and started on the Monday, so like the 23rd. Deer Lakes and us, we're in the same boat. We're both supposed to start on Monday. So, I mean, those teams have huge advantages. There's teams that have already got scrimmages, and we haven't even had a practice yet. Like, so it's, it sounds like Alan Irish. We're talking about practice, but we haven't gotten in to do anything where there's teams already ready to scrimmage or have already scrimmaged.
Well, I mean, I wanted to get on to a lighter topic and actually look at the hypothetical, season ahead, especially the section. But, as you said, you guys are behind the 8 ball even more than the other teams in your section. And you lose Highlands, but North Catholic comes up. I mean, it's still, section Class 4A, Section 1 is a very, very tough section.
Oh, definitely. The good news is my wife just stuck her head in and just said that they gave the approval for us to start on Monday. So we'll be.
Hey,
let's go.
Virtual pound here, Coach. Virtual pound.
Yes, sir. Yes,
nice.
Sir. Looking forward to it. So I'm excited for the kids. Like I said, it's all for the kids. We've met with our AD and our boosters talking about, we normally host a tip-off tournament, Christmas tournament. We had to cancel both of those because of everything going on. And I said, we just got to get it's for the kids. Like, we have 2 seniors on the team that after this year, they're probably not going to play basketball again. So we get 10 games in, we get 20, whatever we can get in, we get in, and we'll be happy, and that's why I hope they'll be happy too. I mean, yeah, obviously stink if we didn't get everything in, but I mean, the more we can get in, the better. So, I'm excited, getting that news, obviously, for the kids and for our staff. We put in a lot of time, and the guys we got working on staff, I know we're behind the 8 ball right now compared to a lot of the other programs, but I'll take my staff against anybody else, and we'll have our guys ready when it's time to come. Obviously, you got the 15 days practice, so we can't even play till Christmas Eve. So it'll be after Christmas before we get a game in, but that's fine. I know we've Leechburg and West Shamokin, we had changed our games and some openings with them to scrimmages. So we do have a couple scrimmages lined up before that, before Christmas. So we'll like you said, North Catholic comes in, they just reload every year. They're good. They got another pretty talented sophomore group and some younger guys, or now they're older juniors and seniors who were young guys last year that watched North Catholic go until COVID stopped their season, because they were still playing when it ended. So they'll be talented. Knock returns Ryan Lang, who's the best player in the section, I think, preseason wise. They've got this prototypical tough kids that they'll play and they'll be ready to compete. They got a new coach, so they'll be ready to go and compete. He's a Freeport alum, so I'm sure that game will just amp up a little bit.
Yeah.
Deer Lakes has always been kind of a natural rival for Freeport. Everybody kind of thinks it's Knock or Highlands, but if you ask the kids, I'd say it's Deer Lakes, just because we play them in every sport.
Yeah.
So it's kind of gotten that chippiness, that edge. You walk into the gym, didn't matter if the last couple of years it's been an exhibition game, the last day of the season, or prior to that, the time they were in our section. That's a rivalry game, and they've got a couple guys who started. They'll be back. Derry's been in our section now for several years. They returned 4 starters, and it's tough place to play, especially after an hour and 15-minute bus ride.
Drives rough.
Keystone Oaks is new to the section, but we did play them last year. I was sick and missed the game. I always joke, and my wife tells me, I think you had COVID last basketball season. You missed the game and stuff. But I know they lost their top player from last year. He had 40 of their 64 against us last year. He's at La Roche now, but I heard they got a couple transfers in, and they've been going since the first day. So they've got a little advantage. Burrell, they only won 1 game last year, but they bring everybody back, and they'll be, coaches will have them ready and ready to go. So we're behind the 8 ball, but we're not going to use that as an excuse. We'll be ready to go. We'll hit the ground running Monday. Literally, we'll hit it running and get them going, and we'll be ready to compete. Probably after the new year when we probably start getting some games in and stuff. But we're ready for it.
Yeah, you mentioned switching starters into positions and stuff like that. What do you have nailed down lineup wise, and where are the battles?
I mean, really, everything's open. We're just kind of Vinnie Clark's a junior. He started for us for 2 years now. He started his freshman year and sophomore year. We had him on the wing. Up till then, he had always kind of been the point guard with the ball in his hands. So we're looking at him to possibly move into a point guard role. Christian Rwanski, who'll be a senior, he was that last year, but we're missing. We lost some shooters, from last year. So, and he shot at a higher percentage. So we're looking at moving him to a wing, kind of flip flopping those guys position wise to use our strengths. And then after that, it's kind of we honestly. We talk about that we can go. We feel like we could go 10 deep. Now, we sat down before the season last year and thought we could go 10 deep, and we played about 7 or 8 guys. Guys just didn't step up or things didn't work out. But we're going back to the old style Freeport, get up in your face when they get off the bus, meet them at the door, press till the final buzzer of the game type style. We just think that suits us better. Unfortunately, we lost Matt Alessino along with a great group of 8 seniors last year. Guys moved on. Some guys have been multi-year starters. So we lost 9 guys from last year's roster. So we feel that, there's guys that, you got Ben Lane, who had a great football season, very athletic. We think he could help us out. Our junior class, we only have 2 seniors, Colin Gaspersic and Christian Woronski. Christian started last year for us. Colin helped us some as a sophomore and a little bit last year. We're hoping he's around and can help out. Our juniors, we only have 4 juniors too. So Vinny's one of them, and then Jason Kiowski, Connor Holloway, and Cole Charlton. Connor and Jason are 2 of our better shooters, so we're looking to get them on the floor. Just got to tweak some things defensively. Hope they step up that way. Cole was our MVP last year of our JV team as a sophomore. So we're looking for some things. Once again, he had a big piece of the football puzzle this year. So we're hoping to build off of that. And then our sophomore group, we have 11 sophomores. They've always done pretty well athletically from second grade the whole way up in every kind of sport they've done. A lot of them were key pieces on the football team this year as sophomores. So, yeah, they may not have a lot of varsity experience basketball-wise, but they've been under the bright lights of a Friday night football. So we're looking, Ben Lane and Parker Lucas, who played last year up with us as freshmen. Parker started a game as a freshman last year. Ben played a lot of meaningful minutes there towards the end. We're looking for those guys. They're super athletic. We're looking for those guys to help out. And honestly, there's a lot of sophomores that could fight for position. And that's what we told our guys. Like, listen, just because you think, these guys are starters or they're older guys, don't back down. That's how you're going to earn your minutes. And I think that's what happened last year. A couple of our younger guys maybe backed down from some of the older guys, even though, we're 3 and 18. It was like, hey, you're pushing us too hard. And I said, that should never happen. If you push them hard enough, you know what, forget push them, go past them, make us have to put you in a game. So, that's been kind of the message that we've tried to portray in these games or in these Zoom virtual practices and stuff is, right. We see things and the coaching staff is sat down and discussed some things as every staff does before the season, but make us change it, and that's what we've kind of challenged everybody. Like, hey, make us find a way to get you on the court, and make us go 10 deep. We'll be glad to go 10 deep and just keep pressure. We feel like we've got guys that have a lot of similar skill sets, so that's going to help. If we are able to go 10 deep there, just because of that, you're not really going to have a big drop off. And, hopefully some guys come with some energy off the bench and create some things defensively. We're looking for our defense to create a lot of our offensive opportunities this year. And hopefully, that's what we said. We got to make the layups this year to get into the defense to create more layups. And if we're missing the layups, it's, head goes down and then they go down the other end and they score. Then we come down and, you can't battle and work so hard to get a good shot and then miss it. You've got to make those easy ones that you're presented with. So we've been working on that. So I told the guys, fall workout, we did a ton of just finishing moves and stuff. And they're like, Coach, this is almost like 7th, 8th grade. I said, I understand, but our mentality this year is get to the rim. So if we've got to make those shots to get us into our defense and get set up and go how we want to play this year.
Yeah, Coach, I love interviewing you because you always lead me into my next question, and you just answered my next question right there. I know you were saying about, having the press, create your offense, and I was going to say, what was your identity going to be? But you totally just explained it for me. So that's a great interview right there.
Yeah, we like to say, we're the Yellow Jacket. We're going to swarm them this year. We're just going to go defensively. We want to get all over them, and we want to make teams reactive to us. We don't want to react. We want to make them have to react to us, defensively and offensively. We want to attack on the offensive end, get to the rim, create those open shots. That's why I told them today. We had a Zoom meeting today. I said, listen, the easiest shots are layups, uncontested 3-pointers, and foul shots. And that should be our goal, is to get, if our mentality is just get to the rim every time, those things are going to happen. We're either going to get to the hoop and make layups, we're going to get fouled, or guys are going to have to start sucking in and stopping us on our penetration. It's going to open up guys for shots. And then we said on the defense end, we're just going to keep attacking. So, we're going to be looking to sting some guys this year, as you can say, with our mascot.
Pun intended.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Coach, this is a High Top Sports Network interview. We like to have a little fun, keep it lighthearted. Yeah, you got time for some rapid fire questions here? Some sports related, some not sports related?
Definitely.
All right. Favorite musical genre?
R&B.
R&B.
Yeah.
That's a great answer. Now, I'm going to give you a sub question to that. Favorite R&B group?
Honestly, I don't have a favorite group. I kind of like to just put on the R&B channel and like whatever comes on, like just enjoy it. My daughters love the Alexa, and they'll play a lot of songs just to dance to. So I hear a lot of hip hop type, dance stuff for them. But I don't have I have never been a big like music person. It's weird. Like I've hardly ever gone to any concerts or anything. I enjoy listening to music. I like having it on, but like half the songs I don't even know the words to or who the singers are in them.
Yeah, just something catchy to the ear, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, favorite television show?
Blacklist.
Oh, wow, Blacklist.
Big James Spader fan. Yep.
Nice. Favorite movie? Well, let's say this. Favorite sports movie?
Well, it was going to be a sports movie anyways, because that's about all I watch. Hoosiers.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
Yep.
Hoosiers, pretty popular answer amongst the basketball coaching community. With no surprise there.
Carter.
Okay, what jersey number did you wear in your playing days, and why did you pick it?
My sophomore and junior year, I wore 14 at home and 15 on the road because we were the back in the day of even numbers at home and odd numbers.
Oh, I remember it.
Yep. And then for my senior year, we got to get new uniforms. So we talked coach into getting the same numbers because the three captains all had like a number they liked. So I got 15 because I literally got the last pick my sophomore year of the varsity uniforms. That was the one that was left, was 14, 15. I happened to get 15 in baseball that year too. So, and my birthday is on the 15th. So it kind of like stuck with me that was my number. Football is 89. So, but we didn't have a 15. So I didn't really have a choice, but I kind of like being the last guy in the program there.
Yeah.
But 15's been my number. It worked out because it's my birthday and I like the number, but honestly, the reason I got it was I was the last sophomore to get a varsity uniform when I was a sophomore, and that was what was left.
Serendipitous right there, the 15. I like it.
Right.
All right. What's a hobby or an activity that you partake in or are interested in that might surprise some people?
If you follow me on social media, there are probably not many surprises, but golf, I'm a big hacker. I enjoy going. Damian Davies, the Leechburg head coach, and Coach Davies, his dad, my high school coach, my assistant, Rich McCure, Rich Skaratsky. There's like 8 of us that get out normally every Sunday to Bird's Foot. So I enjoy hacking around the course there a little bit. Just nice to get away for a little bit and just focus on some things with some good people. And then my other hobby would be my family. We're busy. I coach under-8 softball and first and second grade girls basketball with daughters. I'm a girl dad, so busy doing a lot of stuff with them, and we're busy just spending time as a family. That's they give up a lot to let me coach, and they're invested in the program. Unfortunately, I'm sure there'll be limits on fans this year, and they'll probably be pretty devastated if they can't get in there somehow, some way and watch the games. But my hobbies would be golf, and then family time and just doing activities with them.
Well, they can always watch the game on HighTopSportsNetwork.com if they can't get in.
They can. They really enjoyed listening to Daddy do the football game.
That's awesome.
That's so cool.
Go. And also, hopefully the High Top guys can join those two foursomes sometime out at Bird's Foot post-COVID.
Definitely. Yes. We'd love to have you. It'd be fun. It's a good time. We like to hack it around. Coach Davies, Damien's a pretty good golfer, so he's the low handicap man when we get in there at a 7. So he's pretty good compared to the rest of us.
Always keep him on the scramble team.
Oh yeah.
Well, hey, Coach. Finally, one last question here for this preseason interview. What is your favorite part? What's the best part about being the head basketball coach at Freeport?
Honestly, it's having my family be able to be around, and then working with the kids in the community. I graduated from Freeport. I'm a 96 graduate, played basketball. We had a pretty successful year, when I was a senior. We lost in the WPIAL semifinals and the state quarterfinals. So it's nice to bring that back and try to, give the opportunity to the young men that are in the program. And it's awesome to be able to look up in the stands and see my wife and my 3 daughters there. Before I was a head coach at York, we're an hour away. So, they were real little when I was doing that. So it was hard for them to get to as much stuff. But, they live and breathe Freeport basketball just as much as the players and stuff. So, I really enjoy that, the family aspect. And we talk about it in the basketball program that we're a family. So, it's nice to, show them that family aspect of it.
Well, definitely, Coach. We do follow you on social media, and we know how dedicated you are, not only to the Freeport basketball team, but to your family. So no surprise on that answer there.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, hey, Coach, thanks so much for joining me, Josh Shreckengost, here on High Top Sports Network. For Freeport head varsity boys basketball coach Wayne Greiser, signing off. Coach, hope to see you on the hardwood real soon.
Definitely looking forward to it, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.